Forget the sidelines. These women are hands-on in the game and making waves. Hello, welcome back to Women Talk. I'm your host today, Anita Woo. Today, we're talking about women who are hands-on in the game, who are making a difference with their own two hands, being hands-on in whichever industry they've chosen to be in. In our studio today, we have with us Aina Shikin, who is a civil engineer as well as a contractor, as well as Suraya Yop Jr., who is an interior designer, and nonetheless to say, of course, they're both entrepreneurs. Welcome to the show, ladies. Thank you for making the time to be here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about how your field of being an engineer, unfortunately, it's still very much the case that it is still a male-dominated industry. Yes. How has it been for you solving problems and getting your skin in the game in this male-dominated industry? And how has your approach of being hands-on made a difference, if it has?
Okay, so actually think of me like a Swiss Army knife on a workplace where I not only observe but I get the things done.
Yeah.
And actually to tell you that construction industry is just not that to get a claim, to get a payment, not only just that, but you yourself need to know from the beginning until completion of the projects.
Every aspect?
Yes, every aspect.
When you say you're a Swiss Army knife, do you mean kind of like you have to wear all these different hats, not just a construction hat, obviously, because you're really on site, getting your hands dirty, rolling up your sleeves.
Yes.
Let's hear a little bit more from Suraya as well, who obviously you run your own business.
I do.
And it's no walk in the park. You're managing people, you're leading teams, you're dealing with clients. How do you make sure that you're being hands-on is what makes the difference?
Well, as opposed to Aina, who runs a large company, who deals with a lot more people, I myself, I run a small boutique interior design company. So being hands-on is a must.
Yeah.
It's a must. I have no choice. I have to be hands-on with everything from A to Z. But having said that, I think to be a good leader, I have to choose, where my hands-on input gives more impact. So for me, it would be at the start of the project, the marketing side of it, where I get and secure the clients and the projects, and the design direction of each project. So that's where I'm really hands-on with. I'm there, to monitor and to give direction to my team. But other than that, I delegate to the rest of my team. So you need trust within your team, and I believe hiring a strong team is very important because you need to have that trust. If you don't have a strong team, then the trust won't be there.
Can we talk a little bit more about that, actually, from the both of you as well, in terms of, being hands-on is important. How do you find the balance between being hands-on and delegating to your team? Sometimes there's the risk of micromanaging, sometimes there's the risk of you being too spread thin because you're too much hands-on on too many things, and there's a temptation to do that. So tell me how you balance that.
Oh, I balance that. Okay, so as for me, because of when you in a top management, right? So you have to delegate the task, because I myself, I eager for the knowledge, and sometimes sometimes when you at the top, you tend to
want to know everything.
Yes, you want to know everything. You want to settle the things by yourself, but you need to learn how to delegate the task, because in my company we have a few departments like a project team, tendering team, and also account team, admin team, so procurement teams. So these are the teams that helps me a lot.
Yeah, okay. Suraya, you mentioned a quick thing on trust earlier, but how do you feel about that in terms of how you run your business, in terms of how hands-on you are and how much you delegate to your teams, very quickly?
I think, like I said, building a strong team is very important. So if you have a strong team, that means you know that you've hired highly capable persons to fill up the role. And then from there, you have to empower them. I empower my girls. And I'm very proud to say that I have an all-female team.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that.
Congratulations.
I think we work better in this line. So I empower my girls to make their own decisions as well. And I tell them, don't come running to me with problems. You run to me with your solutions first.
Oh,
so if you have a
fantastic.
problem, don't come crying to me. You find the solution, then you come to me, and then we discuss. So they have that solution-oriented mindset
Approach,
that I've actually instilled in them when they join my team.
Hold that thought as we go deeper into these topics. You can't lead a business clearly from the sidelines, and our two guests in studio today are testimony that you've got to be in the game. So stay tuned as we go for a quick break. See you shortly. Welcome back to Women Talk. On today's show, we're interviewing two exceptional women who have had and demonstrated the power to build, create, lead, and manage their teams with their own two hands. Whether it's leading in industries that are mainly male-dominated or whether it's building stuff from scratch, these two women have stories and skills that they'd love to share. So let's talk a bit more about the skills that you have had to sharpen or harness in your experience in being entrepreneurs and building your own business.
I guess, like in any business, you will always face problems, challenges.
Yeah.
So I think the skill that I believe in to strengthen is to have problem-solving skills.
That's great.
So as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, in a day, it's like you're a wheel. You go up and down. It's not like in a year you go up and down, up and down.
Daily cycle.
It's just like within 24 hours, your life goes like zoop, zoop, zoop. Good news, bad news, good news, bad news, right?
Right.
So I guess to have that problem-solving skill is very, very important.
Yes.
And like I mentioned earlier, to have that solution-oriented mindset, which I instill in my team, so that whenever we come up, whenever we have challenges, we don't panic, we don't cry, we don't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we move forward by finding the best solutions. That would be for me.
Okay, thank you. And Aina, what about you? In terms of, in your field especially, there's quite a bit of technical know-how.
Yeah.
Maybe you can share a story about how some of these skill sets have helped in your situation or in a day, so for example, on site. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a case that during the critical construction stage, there's a unforeseen structural issues that we have to mitigate and solve the problem. So I myself has hands-on with my experience that I asked the site team to settle this problem first, and after that to find the root cause and call the engineering consultant team to check what's the problem. And after that we have a meeting, discuss, and we find the solution to solve the problem. And because by doing that, it's actually our progress is actually on track.
So much, wow.
So
because we know how much that can cause delays.
Yes, because of in project we have to know that we have to complete on time based on what
time is money.
Yes, time is money. So that is our goals, to complete the project on time.
Congratulations to you and your team. Okay, so let's talk about creativity in running a business, right? I mean, I think sometimes people just think of creatives as people who do creative things, but then you discover that when you actually have your own team, gosh, so much creativity is involved in problem solving and things like that. Can you tell me how each of you, maybe we'll get back to Soraya, how creativity has helped in running your business and how you keep creative and inspired?
How do I keep creative? I guess you have to find creativity or inspiration in different environments. For example, I'm in interior design, but sometimes maybe perhaps if I go to the grocery store, and I see like, you know, beautiful packaging and how they combine colors and textures, you know, you can actually find inspiration in unexpected places like the grocery store. But other than that, it's, you know, the usual travel, nature, fashion magazines, and of course you have all these platforms right now readily available for us like Pinterest, Instagram. That's where you get all your ideas and inspiration, and also to reconnect with people within the industry to exchange ideas, and you know, get up to speed with what's the latest trends. Although, like for me, I don't believe in following trends. I believe in keeping up with the trends, but combining it with more timeless aesthetics. Yeah.
I believe in that too. I mean, that trend is worth following if it also suits your clients' needs, right? Yeah.
Correct.
And what about you, Aina? Can you tell us about how you have had to discover creativity and utilize creativity in the running of your business?
Okay, for your information, it's not just that construction that we do.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I came here for pitching session. We diversify our company business.
Wow.
Not only construction, because this is where, this is where I grabbed the opportunities. Because
in pitching.
Okay. Because because yesterday is my first time to came to TV3 for pitching session. So I was like happy because we never done it before.
Yeah.
And not only that, we diversify our company business by doing training provider.
Okay.
Training provider. We are registered HRD Corp with the HRD Corp.
I see.
And we train people. So and after that, for the individual, that one is for the company, for the individual. Like myself, how I create this creativity by update myself with the latest news, and I do some reading, and also of course, you know that social media are like a TikTok. So sometimes I watch TikTok, but only for the civil engineering things.
Wow.
And for the...
I didn't even know.
Yes.
I guess everything's on TikTok.
Everything's on TikTok. So sometimes you can learn about the civil engineering, construction.
Like cutting edge technology the new approaches.
Yes. Like right now, the latest one is ESG.
Yes.
The environmental, social and governance. Yes.
Yeah.
Because for the contractors, this is still new things for my company. So I challenge myself to learn about this ESG.
Oh, power to you, Aina. Thank you so much for that. Power to you both.
She's amazing.
Yes, you too. We're all pretty amazing, I'd like to say. But we are going for a short break. When we're back, we're going to get deeper and a bit more personal with these women, as well as the challenges and their aspirations for their industries. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Women Talk. We are on the show today with Soraya and Aina. And we've been talking about the hustle that they've endured as women, setting up their own businesses as entrepreneurs, and one of them especially in a male-dominated field. I'm going to shift gears now to talk about how overcoming these challenges has inspired them in their field and how that's translating to the future generation. So maybe let's start with you, Soraya.
Sure.
Maybe you can tell us, you know, we had a small chat earlier before, and there tends to be some hesitance or lack of confidence, perhaps in even just starting your own business. Entrepreneurship is a scary journey.
It is.
How did you overcome this?
Just to give you a backgrounder, I do not. I have like a really non-linear career path, non-traditional career path. I actually started my career in public relations, and then I went through a few other industries before I am now. I landed in interior design.
Yeah.
So coming to interior design was a very, very difficult choice because at the time I had to choose between one or the other.
Yeah.
But somehow when you surround yourself with the right people, the right friends, right? And these are the people who actually see your potential more than you do yourself, right? So I guess it's important that you surround yourself with the right people. And then these people are the ones who actually convince you and support you and tell you your potential that you actually don't realize yourself, or actually you know that you have the potential, but you just don't want to believe it.
Right.
You're just doubting yourself.
Right.
So you need this environment to break through that self-doubt, because that's what I went through.
Can I start with you, Aina, in talking about how you've created a corporate culture in your own business and in your own industry where it's so male-dominated, where you've nurtured more of these women to come up forth?
Okay, as for me, I'll always advise them, don't let the fear hold you back. Because for me, if you fail one time, don't give up. Keep
Only,
trying.
as you said, you're the only one who sets your own limits, right?
Yes, because as for me, I also fail in examination. But
so have I.
Yes, and then I keep pushing myself to try again and again. And because for me, I believe that hard works, at the end, you will success.
Yeah.
Yep. And for me, I will advise my colleague, especially women, to challenge themselves, to try new things. Like next week, I have an audit, ISO audit.
Yeah.
So whereby I train the women to take charge of the
auditing process.
Yes,
itself.
auditing process. So I will advise them, because for me that this is a good knowledge for them. Instead of you know, when people say that, have you heard about the blue ocean strategy and the red ocean strategy, right? So for me, instead of you competing with the men, why not you grab this opportunity to understand about the ISO?
Yes.
Because here we have four types of ISO.
Right.
And ISO, which is 9001 to 2015, which is the management. And then after that, if I'm not mistaken, 14,001 and also 18,001, that is environmental and also safety.
So this is all kind of in line with ESG goals?
Yes, kind of, but ESG is another thing, because ESG is reporting.
Okay.
I myself challenge myself to do this report.
I love this. So you're always continuously learning.
Always. You have
you're finding
to learn,
new opportunities.
because that makes you different. Sediakan payung sebelum hujan.
Yeah.
You never know that you're always on top.
Yeah.
But maybe one day you down there.
But preemptive strategy.
Yes. So for me, I love to prepare myself with all of this kind of thing.
Yeah, I can really tell that for you as well. Empowering others is very close to your heart. Okay, Soraya, now over to you. We're talking about entrepreneurship, and especially for you, having come from quite a diverse, non-related background to interior design, how was that journey for you, and how did you overcome those doubts to kickstart, and how have you incorporated this in your own company culture?
All right. So, like I explained earlier, I have a very non-linear career path.
Yeah.
So coming to interior design with all the experiences that I had before actually came in handy. Although it's not a related industry, but all the experiences came in handy. So when I went into interior design, I had a lot of self-doubt. I wasn't sure, was this the right thing for me to do? But I had so much passion in it. And I have the talent in it. Right? So why waste the gift that you have?
Right.
The eye for detail that you have. Why don't you turn it into something that will benefit other people? Yeah. So I think by having all that skills before that, and also, like I said earlier, to surround yourself with the right people, to be in the right environment, and also to have you always have that critical inner self-talk, right? I think we all have
critic,
that. Yeah, your inner critic, and it is the harshest. Your own self-inner critic is the harshest critic you'll ever have. So you just need to change it, you know, from being critical to be constructive.
Yeah.
It's hard, but you have to do it. You have to change it to be constructive. Like, I don't know how to do this. But instead of saying, I don't know how to do this, you can say, this is my opportunity to learn. I can learn to do this.
Yes.
So you change the way you talk to yourself, and you somehow reduce that self-doubt that you have. And also one thing that I like to do is two things. Visualization. I like to visualize, you know, how it would be if it is such and such and such and such, if I have planned such and such and such. This is the outcome.
Right.
So visualize. I do believe if you visualize something before actually doing it, it will actually happen.
Yeah.
You know? Or I also practice self-affirmation.
Yes.
I love self-affirmation. You know, just tell yourself, you know, I got this.
Yeah.
I can do this. You know, I am capable.
Yes.
I am able.
Yes.
You know? So that's what I practice to really, you know, overcome the self-doubt.
These are great tips.
Yeah,
I
and
think very, very
alhamdulillah,
handy.
yeah. It's been very
Fantastic,
helpful.
handy tips indeed. Okay, just a very quick one-sentence advice to women out there who are thinking of charting their own path, rolling up their sleeves, getting their hands dirty, either starting up their own business or joining a highly technical field. One sentence.
One sentence, don't give up, keep learning, keep pushing yourself.
Thank you, Aina. And Soraya?
For me, it would be, don't wait for opportunities.
Carve them.
Cut them. Yeah, don't wait for it.
Love that. Thank you so much indeed. Wow, what a wonderful episode it has been today with our two lovely guests who not only have built with their own two hands, but they've also honed a team of their own. They've led and they've managed these teams right from scratch. And that's an inspiration. It was an inspiration for me, and I hope it's an inspiration for you too. If you're thinking of charting your own path, whether it's in entrepreneurship or in highly technical fields, which men seem to be dominating in so far. So with that, thank you so much again, Aina and Soraya, for being here today and for sharing your heartfelt stories. Please continue doing what you do
Thank you for
and
having me.
inspiring more women. Thank you. If you've enjoyed our episode today, do engage with us on our social media. Feel free to comment, ask questions, or simply continue this discussion and encourage other women while you're at it on our social media at Women Talk TV3 and at TV3 Malaysia. With that, see you next episode. Stream now on Tonton.